What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's episode. All right, let's talk about iOS 18. Some of the features that iOS 18 has that are super useful that you may not know about. And the last one is actually my favorite. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, nice and simple. The lock screen shortcuts. We've always had the flashlight and the camera, but the camera button is a little redundant since you can swipe to the left and the camera opens anyway. Now in iOS 18, we can change those two shortcuts to whatever we like. I personally still need the flashlight every day. I use it when I walk my dog at night. I need the flashlight for things, but the camera is getting switched to, you know what, possibly Shazam, possibly an app. I'm not quite sure exactly which way I'm going to go, but possibilities are open. So if you're not using either one of those shortcuts, change them now. Next up, we have T9 dialing. What is T9 dialing? You know, when you go into the contacts or the phone and you start typing in, instead of just remember somebody's phone number, you can actually start typing in their name and things come up. You can search your whole recent phone log just by searching people's names. Finally, I feel like I don't know how this is just now getting implemented, but here we are. Super useful shortcut. Fun little fact about the whole T9 dialing. If you want to dial your mom, just remember 666. It's a thing. Okay. Next up, motion vehicle cues. Okay. You know when you're sitting in the car and you're just rolling around and you want to look at some stuff, you want to read something because you're bored, but you get motion sickness when you're looking at your phone? You know what? Apple kind of solved that and it works really well. I've tried it myself. I get motion sickness super fast anyway. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what happens. It kind of works, you guys. It kind of works. So now that you can rearrange your whole control center however you like and you can add all kinds of things, put the vehicle motion cues right in there. So next time when you're in the car and you want to read something or whatever, just go into the control center, pop that on quick, boom, done. Keep on moving. Next up, dark icons. The dark icons for iOS 18 are absolutely beautiful. I roll with them all the time, but when I chose them, I noticed that the screen dims all the time. It just keeps dimming. I'm like, what is this? Why is my phone so dim? I didn't realize that when you choose the nighttime the night mode icons, the whole screen just dims. Well, you know what? There's a little sun in the corner of the phone that's like right there. All you got to do is hit it and it solves that problem. Now, in notes, I'm a note taker, you guys. I am a note taker. Apple Notes introduced when you make a title and then under that title you put a bunch of stuff. Now you can actually collapse anything under that title. So let's say you're trying to make an outline of something and you just put the titles with the information in between. You can collapse it so you can look at your main sections whenever you want. It is so useful. I can't even explain to you that this just changed how I write my outlines for videos. Oh, I am actually thrilled about this. I love it. Love it. I know it's like such a goofy little feature, but it's so helpful for what I needed for it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, text messages. Guess what? Apple finally introduced send later text messages or scheduled text messages. Now you can schedule a text message, everybody. Yeah. You know what? If your mom's birthday is in 2 days and you think that you might forget it, guess what? Schedule that today and you can send that exactly at the particular time that you want to send it to, and you look like a superstar. Go ahead. You are welcome. Next. Now we have Apple introduced also multilingual keyboards, which means that if you regularly type in English and in another language, you can choose English and the other language, and the keyboard is going to recognize what language you're typing and you don't have to switch it, and the keyboard switches by itself. Now, I type in English and Bulgarian all the time, and this feature is not supported in a Bulgarian language as of right now. Hopefully it will be soon, but as of right now, I can't really rate this feature. And now, probably my favorite feature, you guys. This might be my favorite feature in iOS 18. I have been yapping about somebody implementing this for such a long time, and I can't believe they actually did it. You can now send a link to a podcast that you're listening to right? I mean, you can always send a link to a podcast, but you can send the link with the specific time you want the podcast to start. Now, me and my fiance, we listen to the same some of the same podcasts, and sometimes I just want to send her a funny minute of one of the podcasts that we listen to, and I don't want to send her the whole thing and be like, hey, scroll over to minute 47 and 13 seconds and start listening there. That's stupid. Now, Apple made it so you can actually just send the exact time you hit play, and the thing just starts going exactly where you want it. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, that's all I have for right now. If anybody else has some cool things that I haven't found out yet or I haven't heard about, put it in the comments. If we get enough, we'll make another video. Thanks for watching. That's all I have for right now, guys. Peace.